Jake Virtanen, Thatcher Demko lead the Canucks to a 3-1 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs here on Thursday, March 4th. What a game. It was pretty even the whole way. Wow, it's echoey in here without furniture. Wow. Michael Hutchinson in net for the Toronto Maple Leafs coming into this game 3-1 with a .943 save percentage. Canucks put a nice dent in that one tonight. Demko 5-9-1 with a .907, and that will definitely improve. Now, before this game, news came out about 5:30 that Elias Pettersson would not play. Mark Michaelis drew in. He played on a line with Brandon Sutter and Adam Gaudette. Höglander then got bumped up onto the Lotto line, which shifted Miller to the center position. And then Jake was up on the second line with Bo Horvat and Tanner Pearson. And 3 minutes into this game, Jake Virtanen does what we have been asking Jake Virtanen to do for 6 years. He drove the net. He went outside, cut in, drove the net, had a shot. It got stopped. It sort of popped up in the air, scramble for it. Hull ended up sweeping it into his own net. It's 1-0. Shotgun Jake gets his second goal of the season. Unfortunately, I don't have any beer in the house since we're moving shortly, so no shotgun for me tonight. Canucks are 9-2-2 after scoring the first goal. That'll be 10-2-2 after tonight. Nothing happens for a while in the first period. It was a pretty low-key first period. Austin Matthews put a bit of a Beyblade spinorama on Alex Edler. Demko made the stop. A minute and a half after that, 6.5 to go in the first period. Mikheyev got robbed by Thatcher Demko. Pass comes out from behind the net. Demko is in the slot, or Mikheyev is in the slot. Demko is able to get the pad out. 5 minutes to go in the first period. Edler takes down Matthews at center ice, so the Canucks go to the kill. Lots of shots from the outside. Spezza had some chances as well, but Demko keeps everything out. And then with 2:45 to go in the first period, Engvall gets a nice goal, the lone goal for Toronto tonight. He gets the puck off of Quinn Hughes tried to pinch in the offensive zone. He wasn't able to get there. Michaelis had to come back and cover. Obviously, you have a 25-year-old who's basically never played in the NHL, and he's stuck covering for Quinn Hughes. Engvall cut inside, burned him pretty badly, ends up beating Demko to make it 1-1. And that was Toronto's 15th shot of the period, and they only had 15 shots in the period. Well, not only, they had a lot of shots in the period, but it took them 15 shots to beat Demko. Shots in the first period were 15 Toronto, 7 for Vancouver. We go into the second, and the Canucks started to look a little bit like the Canucks of February, where they just couldn't clear the zone for a while. Shots ended up being 6-0 early in the first period. They showed a little graphic on Sportsnet. It was like Toronto 6, Vancouver 0 so far in the second period. But then, about 3 minutes into the second period, the Canucks started turning around. The fourth line has a really good shift, gets some really good pressure in the offensive zone. Jace Howerluck gets a chance. Travis Hamnick gets a good chance. Hutchinson keeps all of that out. 9:45 to go in the second period. Hull takes a tripping penalty on Jake Virtanen, so the Canucks go to the power play. And Toronto got the best chance of this power play about a minute in on the penalty kill. Kerfoot and Mikheyev come on a 2-on-1. Mikheyev takes the pass across, and Thatcher Demko stacks the pads, sliding to his left, makes the save. Just a beautiful stop by Demko. And then 12 seconds later, the Canucks turn around, go the other way. Jake Virtanen just sort of skates in, and then he gets to the bottom of the circle, and Hutchinson's probably thinking, okay, he's going to do what Jake Virtanen does. He's going to take it around the net, and then nothing's going to happen. And Jake just rips a shot from the bottom of the circle. So if you don't, the bottom of the circle is only about this far away from the goal line. So the angle on this is not a good angle. But Hutchinson sort of dipped down. Jake puts it upstairs over Hutchinson for his second goal of the game, and it's 2-1. I need this. And then 8 minutes to go in the second period, just 30 seconds after Jake's goal. Jake almost sets Bo Horvat up for one. Horvat was driving the net, but Hutchinson made a stop on that. Leafs go to the power play with about 6 minutes to go in the second period. Beagle takes a tripping penalty. This was a dangerous power play from the Leafs, and the Leafs weren't able to convert on their power plays, but this one looked dangerous. It did get killed off in the end. Shots in the second period, 9-7 for Toronto, making the total 24-14 at this point of the game. But we go into the third period, about 5 minutes in, and remember, this game's going fast. It's only like 9:25 right now as I'm recording this. Alex Edler had a point shot that got stopped. The rebound gets right in front to Niels Höglander. He's not able to jam it home. 13 minutes to go in the third period. Austin Matthews with a great chance in front. Little 2-on-1 feed gets across to Matthews. He gets stopped by Demko. And then right after that, Jordy Ben comes in on the rush with Jake Virtanen going to the net. And Jordy Ben doesn't make the pass. This was defended pretty well. I don't remember who the defender was on this 2-on-1, but he was in the right position. He was breaking up any pass lanes. I understand why Ben shot it. He should have shot it low at the far pad and hoped for a Jake Virtanen rebound. Come on, like, it's Jake Virtanen. It's showcase Jake. Get that Hattie for him. But it stays at 3-1, or 2-1, sorry. But then 35 seconds later, Bo Horvat gets on the board. Alex Edler takes the puck, goes down to the half wall on the left side, just feeds it out to Horvat, just in the high slot there. My first reaction was that he ripped it top corner. It looks like it ramped off of Matthews' stick into the top corner. And this was all started from the previous shifts, right? We just talked about that Ben rush. But a couple minutes prior to that, the fourth line was dominating play. The entire basically first 5 minutes, or there's like a 5-minute stretch early in the third period where the Canucks were just in Toronto's zone hammering. And this was a symptom of that. Just really good plays here. Horvat, of course, with the goal. There was about 7 minutes without a whistle here. I think this was the Canucks' best little stretch of the season, their best 5 to 8 minute stretch. That got topped off with that Horvat goal. Right after that, though, the Leafs start to turn up the heat. A Nylander shot gets barely fought off by Thatcher Demko a few minutes after that. Again, Canucks sort of killing time as we get to about 4.5 minutes to go in the third period. Mitch Marner takes a feed in the slot, prime scoring position between the hash marks. The pass is from behind the net, which is one of the hardest things for a goalie to save because you have to go from here and you have to turn and immediately see what's happening and make a stop. Makes a great save off of Mitch Marner. Leafs pull Hutchinson with about 2:15 to go, and then John Tavares gets robbed again point blank by Thatcher Demko with about 2 minutes to go there. And then 15 seconds after that, Austin Matthews hits the outside of the post, had a wide open net. Demko is sprawling across with the glove, but Matthews hits the post. They put Jake Virtanen out with about 51 seconds to go. I'm assuming Travis Green was like, okay, we'll give you the chance for the Hattie now that it's really unlikely that they'll score 2 goals. 51 seconds, he did try to clear one down, but it got blocked. Shots in the third period, 13-11 for Vancouver, for a total of 33-27 for Toronto. So after a big gap in the first period, it did sort of even up throughout the game. On to the pluses and minuses. We'll go pluses first because a big win here. Number 1, showcase Jake, baby. I really wish I could have shotgunned a beer here, but Jake had a great game. He had a couple really good defensive plays. He drove the net. He had that great shot. This is what Jake Virtanen was advertised as 7 years ago, and it's so fun when he does have a great game, but you just wish it happened a little more. Quinn Hughes was so dynamic again. I don't know how much time on ice he had, but it had to have been 26 minutes. Every time I looked, he was on the ice, and he's so flashy. His skating was excellent. He was doing big hops, to grab the puck and hold the line. Excellent game from Hughes. He did get burned on the Engvall goal. He went to pinch in and he got beat. But other than that, he was just whenever he's on the ice, he was on the ice with the fourth line a couple times, and he was just quarterbacking, skating around, getting open, getting a pass, hitting another guy, getting open, get the pass, hit another guy, and just moving the puck around the ice, creating chances. Absolutely great game from him. The Canucks improved as the game progressed. They started out pretty not great in the first period, and then in the second and third, I thought they sort of increased their level of play. Sort of faltered a bit in the third, sort of score effects, though, being up 3-1. Niels Höglander gets slotted in to the first line with Miller and Besser, so no Pettersson. And there was just, Miller or Besser would just put the puck down low and be like, all right, go get it. And he just would, every time. I just love watching him play. Oh, and he's got the umlaut on the O on his jersey now, so now I got to go pick one of those up. It was a fast game. Like I said, it's pretty early, so I got more time to pack. And I predicted that this game would be 3-1 in my preview video. I may have said 3-1 for Toronto, but I was half right. On to the minuses, I really didn't write a lot down. They got outplayed in the first period. Other than, of course, they had the Jake Virtanen goal. It was 1-1 after 1, but the shots were 15-7. Also, Elias Pettersson has an upper body injury day to day. Hopefully he's back on Saturday, but I also hope they don't rush it because the season's already kind of lost, so don't push it. Also, I have this on the minus side, and it's kind of in the middle. So Jim Benning's doing a press conference tomorrow. We haven't heard from him in weeks, and it's like, man, lucky Jim that they beat the Toronto Maple Leafs the day before his presser. On to the game pucks. For Toronto, I actually didn't put one down. I always forget to put game pucks down. We'll give it to Engvall because he scored. But I think Tavares had a good game. I think Spezza had a pretty strong game as well. For Vancouver, there's a reason I didn't mention him in the pluses because he's right here. It's Thatcher Demko. Look, Jake Virtanen had 2 goals, 2 pretty nice goals, and I think he played a great game. Bo Horvat had another goal as well, but it's Thatcher Demko. He was outstanding tonight. Stops 32 of 33 shots. He looked like Bubble Demko again. And the one goal he did allow, Engvall got sort of in all alone and beat him. But you can't really, you let one goal in on 33 shots. I'm not going to complain. Excellent game from Thatcher Demko. So what does that leave for this weekend? Jim Benning has a press conference tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then he'll be having an interview with Scott Rintoul on Sportsnet 650 at 11 a.m. If any big info gets dropped, I'll put a video up about it. Otherwise, I'm not really planning on doing any videos tomorrow. Leafs at Canucks, Saturday, 4 p.m. This one's a little tricky for me. I'm moving on Saturday, and Telus is coming between 3 and 5 p.m. So there's a chance that they're done by 4 and I can watch the game, but I'll probably have a lot of unpacking to do. We'll see how it goes. We'll go a strong maybe on that one. Also, if you look at the subscriber count under my name there, we're at 937, 63 away from 1,000. So if you're new here, hit that button. It's a cool thing to do. Anyways, that is all I've got for this one. Hit like if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Join the Discord. It's fun in there. We chat sometimes. I'm kind of lazy, but come join. And follow me on Twitter. Do all the normal stuff. You know how it is. Anyways, talk to you guys hopefully on Saturday. Maybe tomorrow if there's any big news.